Mano derecha. Que voy con la bolsita. ¿Y cómo se usaba la mano derecha? Ah, mira, puedo coger. Vea, pues... Así me llevo un dinerito. ¿Y esto? ¿Cuántas cosas caben aquí? En la bolsita. Bueno, voy a ir vaciando todas las basuras de la ciudad. A ver cuánto dinero me dan y ya veo yo si es rentable o no. Mira todo lo que hay aquí. ¿Y estas del suelo no las cojo? ¿Pero por qué se va? No te vayas. Vamos a ver. Caben un montón, ¿no? La voy a llevar, a ver qué me dice. No sé por qué se mueve solo, en verdad, automático, míralo. Bueno. Se nota que es un juego hecho para ordenador, ¿eh? Es difícil de manejar con el mando. ¿Y esto?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath
Anda,
a
mira,
display of
impermeable.
croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Yo necesitaba impermeable, ¿no?
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
A ver cuánto me dan por esto.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
10
A sign
centavos.
says, your bottles clunk into the machine,
Da,
and the
mira.
money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
No me llega, ¿no? Para esto. Eran 4, ¿no? Y creo que tengo
You
1 y
see
pico.
several packaged
What is what? If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
No tengo. ¿Cuánto tengo de dinero? ¿Dónde viene el dinero que tengo? No tengo ni idea, tío. Y de aquí tampoco puedo comprar
A
nada, ¿no?
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal
Tengo
sprays, and
dos
blister
dólares.
packs. They all bear
O
the
2
San
reales.
Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
No entiendo por qué... Ah, estos están bloqueados. Los otros sí tienen coste. Ah, bloqueados porque no me llega el dinero, claro. Vale, vale. Vale, ¿qué necesitaba yo de aquí? Me voy a ir. Pide el amoníaco a la jardinera o comprarlo en el free. Vale. Pues lo compro, ¿no? O la jardinera. ¿Quién es la jardinera? A lo mejor la jardinera me lo da gratis, ¿no? Pero la jardinera... No me suena, tío. ¿Qué es eso? La jardinera. Aquí no hay jardín, ¿no? Hostia, está peor, ¿no? Ah, la jardinera se supone que estaría por aquí, ¿no? O por allí atrás. Yo no conozco ninguna jardinera, mira. Me voy a tomar eso, lo voy a comprar. El detective con la bolsita, ¿sabes? Y ya luego pues haremos más dinero, ya está. Pero lo voy a comprar. ¿Qué era? Era amoníaco, ¿no? Creo. Vale. Venga.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various
Okay. Don't, like, overdo it or something.
Vale, pues listo. Nos vamos. Me voy a quitar la bolsita que parezco otra cosa que no es un detective. Vale. Venga. Espérate, me voy a quitar la bolsita porque me da pena, vamos. Yo lo veo peor, ¿no? O es que antes no me fijé bien.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Lo intentamos otra vez. 42, ¿eh?
You crack open the ammonia
Vamos.
and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Lo inspeccionaremos todo, ¿no? Botas, cinta, tatuaje. Lo tengo que mirar todo.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Claro, que es lo que iba a decir yo, digo, unas botas muy raras. Sí, parecen como una greba de eso, ¿no?
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't.
Después de 7 días lo que me extraña es que no se le haya rebanado el cuello, vamos. Se
We
haya
should keep a
deshecho.
lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
Asistente hacia Q1. No va a dar nada el Q1 este.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags. Someone could have cleaned the yard, but that's a question for the red hat thing.
I hear you, cop, talking shit about the Kuno. Come
Qué
here and say
pesado,
it to
Guillo.
Kuno's face. You wanna fuck me, huh? You wanna fuck the Kuno?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the besmirties and the like. This one still has his
Todo bien
underpants.
dicho.
What? Are you trying to ignore me now, fuckface?
For face.
Kuno, this boots shit is super boring and the guy's a total vitupaz.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Supongo que es mucho, ¿no?
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
Es que no me atrevo a tocarlo tampoco.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
No sé si golpear o tirar. Es que como tire de la bota, a ver si me lleva la pierna o algo.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
Venga, un
Your
poquito.
fist connects to the boot with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder.
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done.
Hay un montón de tareas para hacer. Cada vez que parece que estoy haciendo algo, me salen más tareas. Vale, me da sensación ahora ya que llevo un rato jugando que puedo elegir todas las respuestas, ¿vale? Que no se puede liar. A menos que sea una respuesta que tenga un porcentaje de acierto, lo demás como que no pasa nada, no repercute. Puedo golpear la bota, puedo tirar de la bota, vamos a probar.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
You're going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do. So please.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
Claro que llevo una semana ya ahí, tío.
What are you
¿Qué
trying
más
to
quiere?
achieve,
Demasiado que está ahí
Why are
todavía.
you hanging on to that boot?
Vale, pues entonces no, entonces sí puedo elegir escucha. Ir a la foto mía de ahí abajo a la izquierda, no me había fijado, Lleva así desde que empezó el juego. Está fatal, ¿no? Yo lo veo peor. Está peor que al principio. A ver, le daría aquí. Pero claro, lo que he dicho hace un momento se está desvaneciendo. Yo creo que sí la puedo liar, Pues de todas formas ya... que van a venir a hacerle la autopsia una semana después.
Try what exactly?
If you can't experiment, how will you learn?
I don't think we should do anything just for the hell of it. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet? Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Vale, pues nada, seguimos.
The cadaver slowly twists.
Presionamos
on
la
the collar.
cinta ahora.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. is used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you. Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Hombre, una de las misiones es tomar un trago, pero ahora...
Extremely. Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Tía, pues esa, a ver, tanto como dar por hecho, no, pero me parece muy buena, ¿eh? Bueno, esto es otra pregunta. Bueno, es una pregunta. ¿Damos por hecho que fueron trabajadores portuarios?
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Lo que dije yo al principio, vaya.
%70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worries me. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The
Vale.
cadaver
¿Qué
hangs
más?
from the cargo
Los
belt.
tatuajes.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
¿Qué puede ser? Un sistema microelectrónico. Un patrón nacional. Puede ser un cielo nocturno, ¿no? O sea, las constelaciones o algo así. Sí.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
So am I.
takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
A Trigger Sunshine Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Las imágenes están guapas, ¿eh? Son bastante originales.
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Vale, eso lo podemos abrir, ¿no? Y interactuar con él y mirarlo bien, que es lo que voy a hacer luego. Vamos a mirar los ojos.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Probamos, ¿no? A hablarle.
The corpse
Nada.
is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 4250, with an athletic build.
Bueno.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench, eyes like a shark. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh.
So, what do you think?
Qué explícito, tío. Parece que estoy leyendo un libro, ¿eh? Esto es buenísimo. Ahora de repente puedes decir, creo que está muerto. Esa es buena también, ¿eh? Y esto también.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made...
Stop talking in riddles, coins.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno.
Qué pesado,
Fucked him
estos
up
niños no
real
tienen nada que
life.
hacer.
The pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Me entran ganas, ¿eh? ¿Le contesto a los niños?
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
Big said he's a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
Bueno, ya es la última que me queda, ¿no? Creo que está
agree.
muerto. Estoy de
His
acuerdo.
personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Muertísimo. Este tío ya no vuelve. Joder.
Sure, the corpse looks by, oblivious. Black decay liquid drops from his knee to his boot.
Pues listo.
But
Despachado.
there is no breath to catch.
Poco
Only
más,
the
¿no?
cadaver filling the
Vamos a
air
intentar
into
bajarlo.
nostrils.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
Yo creo que ha estado bastante completo, ¿no?
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder
Hombre.
than he thought.
Un poco asqueroso, ¿eh?
The
Claro.
cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
¿Te imaginas? Le pegó un tiro a la cuerda, ¿eh? A los salvajes oeste. Pues esta es buena. Pues podríamos pedir ayuda a ver la reacción de la gente. Así podemos matar dos pájaros de un tiro.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It
Claro,
seems like a
esa es la
dangerous
cosa.
route to go down.
Confirmed.
Las
It's
caras, Juan, las
unsafe.
caras. Venga, vamos a ver otra
But
opción
what
menos.
other
Si el instinto
options?
me dice que no es
The
seguro,
corpse twists on the belt like chicken on a skewer.
es que yo creo que es la mejor opción, tío.
Someone else? You mean like the police?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
No.
Y ya está.
Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you,
Hostia,
the
se ha
others
hecho de
won't
día.
come to help
Por la
us.
cara, ¿eh?
And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Pues la única, si no quiere ninguna de esas dos opciones, cortamos la rama.
Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Yo es que creo que es esta desde el principio, la verdad. Voy a tomar esta decisión.
Okay. They do have the tools and... Okay. Let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way. By negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though.
To the gates. Let's fight, I say. To the gates. But we negotiate.
Pues nada, por ellos, ¿no? Bueno, a ver qué tenemos por aquí, ¿no? Aquí se supone que algo es desbloqueado. Ya la he liado. No quería esto, tío. No quería subirle esto. Pero bueno, pues nada. ¿Qué va a hacer? Y aquí tenemos algo nuevo, esto, ¿no?
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man.
Sí, pero es para verla otra
From the
vez,
right shoulder
vámonos.
to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect,
No puedo
a
moverla
small
ni nada.
white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right. For you to discover, you've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you. Gone. Gone.
Jeje. Vale, guay, por alguien que sepa de historia. Iremos conociendo gente y... A ver, ¿qué más? Más misiones, claro, mira todas las que tengo ya. Vale, se supone... Pero sigue aquí, tío. Se supone que tengo que llamar a alguno del puerto, ¿no? Para que me ayude a bajarlo. El niño no es pesado, ¿eh?
Fuck does Kuno care? Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed! Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't.
Nada, vamos a otra cosa. Porque este tío es medio tonto. Vale, se supone que podemos hablar con esta gente por aquí, ¿no? Donde está la manifestación. Voy a echarte un vistazo por aquí. Hostia, es que esto es grande, ¿eh? Esto es grande tela, es más grande de lo que yo creía. Y hay personas, mira, ese ahí escondido. No, mira, dinero fácil. Sí, es que hay gente por todos lados, en verdad, ¿eh? Hay muchísima gente para hablar. ¿Dónde? ¿Aquí? Anda, mira. Qué bueno, te pone hasta la marca, ¿eh? Intelecto +1, salud -1. Que entonces si los uso...
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
Es que claro, tengo una misión, que es fumarme un pitillo, creo. Así que uno a lo mejor, ¿no?
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants.
Anda,
With a
mira, pues ya
flick
sé
of the
cómo me llamo, por lo
thumb,
menos.
there's fire. A primal satisfaction.
Bueno, Thundercop.
Here
Eso
we
se lo habrá
go.
sacado de la manga, ¿no? Yo ni me lo creo. Pero lo de Thundercap parece que se lo ha sacado de la manga, vaya.
Repercussions. There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true.
Vale, por uno tampoco pasa nada.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you
Hemos
were
subido de
in
nivel.
your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Mira que se llama Johnny Thundercat de verdad. Vale, pues
In the
listo.
bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
Vale. Pues eso está guay saberlo, en verdad. Bueno, pero para la salud también tengo, ¿no? Ahí está. Pues entonces ya estamos. Vale, hemos subido uno de nivel. Creo que puedo subir otra habilidad, ¿eh? Ahora sí puedo mirar. Mira, me ha subido el intelecto a 1. Puedo coger algo de aquí. Esta es buena lógica, ¿eh? Además me está ayudando mucho. Y enciclopedia también. Es que la lógica en verdad me guía mucho. Me dice, ve por aquí. Yo creo que, ¿sabes? Y como que me lo da un poco... Visión espacial. Pues está buena, ¿eh? Esa es buena. Pero es que lógica y enciclopedia... La lógica. Bueno, pues lo dicho. A ver si puedo hablar con uno de ahí de la huelga. Tampoco es tan grande el mapa, ¿ves? Se ve grande porque la gente te para mucho. O sea, tú te paras con una persona y puedes quedarte hablando con él. O yo qué sé, ¿sabes? Pero en verdad no es tan grande. Mira, esto se supone que es, ¿no? La marcha esta. Pero claro, aquí es lo mismo que hago. ¿Hablo con todo el mundo o...?
old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
¿Quién es este?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of
Me hace
Revachol,
gracia porque parece que el
son of
monumento le
Philip
está hablando a él,
II,
¿sabes?
the opulent, father of Philip
Soy
IV,
Felipe
the
III, ¿sabes?
insane."
Reza, claro, te dice que es lo que pone. ¿Qué hizo este rey? Mira, tengo el 83 por la enciclopedia. Vamos a ver si hay suerte.
What did he do?
Nada, tío. Es que yo en la puta suerte soy el peor, ¿eh? Desde ya lo digo, este juego se me va a hacer cuesta arriba por culpa de la suerte.
High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Pues muy bien. Me ha servido mucho. Vale, y aquí termina el mapa, ¿no? Por lo que se ve. O sea, este es el sur del todo. De todo el mapa. Vamos a ver si se puede hacer. Vale, vamos a hablar con cualquiera de ahí de la...
One of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie. Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too. Bulky frame, heavy, hardy, looks like a tractor. Yes, built like a tractor, and used like one too in the Zemsk countryside. Take note of the 8-antler emblem, the symbol of the Stars Raiko, proudly born to honor its humble root.
Estash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model.
¿Sabe,
Never
King?
thought I'd see
Se ha
another
puesto.
one repainted after what happened last time. An old case for my precinct. A couple of Jim's migrants saw a Stajraiko stopped in the street, painted just like this, muddy brown. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Jim's community protested the trial, flying the banners of some old king or whatever. 5,000.
Correction, 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
¿Lo corrijo o qué? Ya que me la ha chivado la enciclopedia.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word.
De todas formas, ¿esto me lleva a algo? ¿O es solo un dato curioso? Ah, vale. Ya tiene algo que ver.
Could it be another Stajraiko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related.
Claro.
4 years for murder in reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
The prisons in the greater Revachol industrial harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Bueno. Dinerico. Vale, con todo el mundo no puedo hablar, por lo que se ve, ¿eh? Con esta gente, por ejemplo, no. Solo puedo con el que está ahí en medio. Claro, yo creo que se podía con todo el mundo. Digo, vaya locuras, hablar con todos. Voy a hablar con este hombre.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Ha! Couldn't handle us. Cause gives the workers strength, gives them power. We have a right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Me lo gano un poco antes.
Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Bueno.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Call me mañana. ¿Qué coño es eso? El Aragán, y yo es que no vea ni.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
Vamos a decírselo, ¿no?
I know nothing about a murder.
Sí, sí, vamos, súper rápido ha contestado.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this local matter.
Pity.
Yo es por tranquilizarlo un poco, la verdad.
Work!
Poco más, ¿no? Le digo lo de los esquiroles.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do.
Hombre, porque eres grande también. Pues poco más, ¿eh?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Metiendo leña, ¿sabes?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is. Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now. If you can't get in.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Bueno, pues ahora sí que sí.